This season we have the challenge of staying up and avoiding relegation in the Vanarama National League. I really hope they change sponsorship at some point, because that is a mouthful and every time I say it, it just sounds wrong. What is going on with this weather? It's meant to be spring, but it's bloody cold like winter. Fingers crossed the sun's going to come soon and hopefully my grass in my garden is going to start taking, because at the moment it's looking really, really bad. Right, that's enough of me talking. Let's get to it. We've been busy in the transfer window and we've brought in 6 players. Our first one we brought in was a spare goalkeeper, Oscar Varney. As you know, last season we did have a goalkeeper issue. He looks alright. I think he's going to compete well with King. I mean, if we get a sweeper keeper, because we do play sweeper keeper defence. 13, 12, 11, 10. What else? We've got 13 on decisions. That's always good. Agility 15, not bad at all. So he's come from Fulham. I mean, if you look, he played in the reserves or under 18s, 1 or 2. Played 31 games, conceded 51, 6.39, not that great. 6.47 season before. And so far, he is playing all right for us. And then we brought in Ollie Stevenson from Watford. He is a left back stroke centre back. Let's have a look at his stats. So if we was going to play him in our team as a fullback, he kind of ticks the boxes as well. Green, crossing, it's not that great, but marking, tackling, you know, he's going to be reliable if he gets down that wing. With his acceleration and pace being 12 and 12, marking 12, tackling 12, he looks all right. And then at Watford reserves, 40 games, 6.57, and 47 games, 6.53. So he's been doing not that great, but I like his stats and he's only 19 years old. Oh yeah, forgotten for other player how much we are paying. So he is only on a loan. We're associated with Watford and we are paying nothing. And I always like those transfers. You take a risk and he's doing okay. He's squad player. He's a good player to rest our main players. And then at end of last season, we brought in on loan Michael Doopa. Obviously, he got suspended, but he did score some vital goals for us to obviously push us on and become champions. I would play him as an advanced forward, and look at those stats. He really does tick the boxes, apart from his passing. I'm quite happy with it. 20 years old, and he's also got some under 20 caps as well for Ghana. Played 4, scored 2. So far this season, doing that well. Harder league though. He is definitely a harder league and we have to give him a chance. He's 20 years old. Contract wise, we are only paying £140 per week. That's a bargain. But then again, 5 goals. Is it good enough? And from Bournemouth, we bring in Remy Rees-Dottin. I mean, all these stats where I need him to be pretty much double digits. So he's going to be a left inside forward of where we want him to play, or maybe an inside forward right. Probably go between the 2. But again, just looking at stats, his finishing could be better. But again, he's 19 years old. You can really train it up. And as you can see, he's already improving in that area, which is nice. And he's crossing as well. But dribbling 11, first touch 13, passing 12. What else is good we like about him? Bit of flair, bit of acceleration, good on natural fitness, good pace, and he's good off the ball. Contract, we've only got him on a loan, but we are only paying £30 per week. Can't whinge at that, because at the moment he's playing pretty well for us, a 7.08. You got to remember, this is a harder league than last season, so to be playing that I'm really happy with. And this is his first season of competitive football. 24 games, 5 goals, 7 assists, 4 player of the matches. Looking at Bournemouth, I mean, I saw some goals in him in for reserves apart from first season, but that one where he's got 6 goals, I was like, well, it's not too bad. He could do well in the National League, and he certainly is proving it. How much is he worth now? 275k possibility there. But again, we don't own him. Is his contract coming to the end? It is. So you never know. And on a free transfer, we brought in, well, they're all free transfers, but this one actually wasn't associated to a club. He was from, I actually loaned him out now, but he was from Sheffield United. Boo. While we're here, we just look at, say he played 35 games, reserve games or under 18 games. What's his age? Yeah, probably under 18s. He played 35. I wish that non-competitive would tell you under 18s, under 21s. 6.6. Season before 6.57, so he's got slight improvements. He came to us, played 4 games, and he was a bit surplus to requirements, if I'm honest. But again, 19 years old, and I'm paying £450 per week, but we've loaned him off to Hereford to get more game time, and they're paying £400 per week, so it saves us a little bit of money, and he's not playing that well. He's gone down a league and he's not playing that well, so he's on a big contract as well, 2028, so he's got a couple more years left with us. Might just have to get rid of him at some point. But I liked him. I mean, look at his stats. 13, 12, 11, 12, 14, 11, 11, 11, 12. All green, all double digits of where we need him. Yes, for other stats, heading, not great. Bravery, composure, and strength. Maybe that is actually vital areas that we need him in of the formation that we play. Or maybe the league we play. And then our last summer signing is Kyle Boyce. Left winger, so that means that Reece Borton would probably be playing on the right. Contract, we are paying £0. He's on loan from MK Dons, so actually it is not a free transfer. The reason why I signed him is that Buxton, 44 games, 7 goals, 9 assists, 7.09. Fair enough, with us, not so well, but I have been playing him as left back sometimes as well. If we play him as a inside forward, which I believe our tactic is on either wings, technical, not great. Mentality, not that great. Physical, a little bit better. I mean, if we look at him as a wing back, it's not much more improvement. I mean, he's got a bit of flair and he's got a bit of pace and he can cross. Then we released some players on a free player that has come up on our history. I can't remember who we released now, but probably discussed it in the last video, who we was most likely going to get rid of anyway. And we got Trent Rendell as a player who's gone. He's gone to Hendon and he is playing meh. Just a key game in our pre-season, and that was against MK Dons. We did win 2, lose 2 and draw 1. This is one of our losses. So this is how our team was kind of looking like start of season. So obviously Ray left back, didn't change. Rowan and London centre back. Perry there. And then we got Hammond, Richards in our centre mid. Oh, they are just amazing. Chadwick as a cam, Hines as a left back. Maybe that might change. Well, those three probably play all over. And then Adu Poco. We played okay against MK Dons. If you look at it, we both had very similar shots on target. XG, yeah, theirs was slightly better with their clear-cut chances. We held 1% more possession. Yeah, pretty much quite happy with that performance. Some individual performances not so good. It was a good pre-season start. We kick off our new season against Southend. A little bit of a rival. They did get promoted. I forgot to tell you, they came second. They won the playoffs. And we beat them 3-2. We went 2-0 down and came back and won 3-2. Here's our goals. Lund with a little looping header. Fantastic stuff. Then Perry gets a ball. Richards to Chadwick. Hammond out to Reece Dotton. Hines has a crack. What a goal. That's 2-2. And then in the 89th minute, Stevenson finds out to Ray. Lund over to Hammond. And Hammond whips into box. Hines finds the winner, 3-2. It's all over. What a start to the season. Away as well, don't forget that's away against Southend, who was top of the season all the way until 4 games to go, and we nipped it. I mean, it was such a great season last season. I didn't actually expect to win it, but we just went on such a rich vein of form, as they would say. We deserved it at the day. It's wherever you position. I'm kind of glad that Southend got promoted. I'm also glad that we've taken that first step, get those first 3 points. What a start. Looking at stats, I think we definitely deserved it. Looking at that, 14 shots, 8 on target versus a 7 and 5. XG, 2.38 to their 1.47. And then clear-cut chances, we had 3 to their 1. 54% possession, not bad away at all against a really strong team like Southend. Second game of the season, and we lose our first game already. We lose it at home, 2-1 versus Solihull Moors or Solly Moors or something like that. I can't remember their name, but we take the lead and then they come back. I can't remember their name. I can't even say it. Solihull Moors. That's the one. I think I got it right first time, remembering. But yeah, they get it out on their left, crosses it right back post there. Kelly, how did he get that? Like, kind of looking for it and then went, oh, yeah, no one's marking me. Easy goal. So here's the stats. So 12 versus 12, 5 versus 5, very even. XG pretty much even. Clear-cut chances, 1 versus their 2. Possession, they had 59% possession. They're definitely a possession team. Being away, I mean, I was just praising our possession, 54% away. We had the most high-intensity sprints. Their players played better than ours by nearly half a point on average. You look at our team, Hines awful, Chadwick awful, Restotton awful, Perry awful, Lund awful, King awful. Yeah, not really the best performance from us. We've just won 4 games in a row after our first defeat of the season, and we play Swindon away, and as I always have at the top unless it's a live game. You can see the result. We go ahead 1-0. We do win this 5-1, as you will see at the top, as I just said. Adupoko gets the second goal. That is 2-0. This game felt very easy against Swindon, who, I mean, Swindon, it's just the name Swindon. They're a better team than what they should be right now. It's 2-1. They do bring a goal back there. I think that's our only goal, actually. Yes, it's 5-1, and it's now 3-1. Lund, back post. Great goal. Right, Richard's got a ball. Hammond, Richard and Hammond. You're going to hear that a lot as we go through these games. Great ball in. Hammond, low to Adu. Poko finds it, pokes it in for goal. Stevenson on the left finds out to Hines. Hines whips it back post to Restotton. Easy header. What is Swindon doing? And it's all over. 5-1. Fantastic result. That means we've now won 5 in a row. Going better than I thought. So 6 wins and 1 loss so far. Looking at stats, the amount of shots, they had 16. They had more shots than us. Unfortunately, we just put it away, and that XG just shows it. I mean, actually, XG is 2.59, but somehow we got 5 goals. They had 66% possession to our 34. Let's just call this game, we found the net a lot. 5-1. Fantastic victory. We are on a 11-game unbeaten run, and unfortunately, it's come to the end at the hands of losing to Hartlepool. That 1 strike, 1 for game. Literally, I think it was quite a boring game if we look at the stats. Was I frustrated in that game? I mean, look at that. They had 8 versus 3 on target, and we had 10 versus 2. So the previous highlight, we were putting it in for net, and then you go to a game where we lose. Don't put that ball in the back of the net, or you at least get your striking 2 on goal. You're not going to win anything. But FA Cup first round, and we go ahead on a penalty strike against Wrexham. For Hollywood Boys, we are beaten. They are now in League One in this and in real life, funny enough. And Jay Davis gets a goal back. Really annoying because I think that we deserve to win this. We'll look at stats in a minute. Rao on the right goes underneath goalkeeper. We did play some of our B team, give them a rest. I mean, I've had no choice to rest some players. I mean, we didn't even have our main centre mids here. We had Moncora, Hansen, Stevenson, Rowan in defence. But then again, they played a lot of B team players as well. We look at for stats, we had 2 shots, only 3 on target. They had 13 shots, 7 on target. I think they started bringing on their stronger players off the bench, and it just secured them that victory. But we did have 53% possession over Wrexham. Hollywood Boys. That should be their nickname, Hollywood Boys, or just Wrexham Lager, because that's all I ever hear is Wrexham Lager, Hollywood Boys, or a C-word swear word. C-word swear word. We all know what it is. I think I watched Jimmy Kimmel or something, and you had that little Mexican guy say conk, kunk, was it kunk? Yeah, very close to it, isn't it? Alright, last highlight I'm going to show you, which was our last game, 31st of December, and that was a win against Rochdale at home, 3-1. Restotting into Hines, goal, brilliant stuff. Rochdale looks to bring one back here from Ashcroft, whips in ball, Sinclair, header. You get a lot of headers in this league, not gonna lie. Right, we've got it, Kenlock, Young, whips it in, header again, header. What did I tell you? Header, header, header. How much do you want to bet this is going to be another header? Ooh, I thought it was going to be a mistake then. Header? Ooh, no, Adupoko. Half volley, good goal, but 3-1. And it is 31st of December. We're actually on 1st of January. Let's quickly look at the stats. Did we deserve that win? See all red a little bit more on the other side, which means that we did deserve it. 15 shots, 8 on target to their 10 and 6. 3.17 XG, and we got 3. And they got 0.85 round up to 1. It was 3-1. So XG there, predicted correctly. 57% possession. We did have 4 clear-cut chances, but only probably put away 3 if we scored 3. But then again, you don't always put away your clear-cut chances. Well, let's go back to the full fixture list, and here we go. Let's just quickly go month by month. We already did pre-season of what it looks like. In August, we lost 1, won 4. In the month of September, let's put it a little bit up. We didn't lose a game. We drew 2 and won 3. Fantastic month. And then in October, we won 4, lost 2, only away games. So I mean, we're new to this league, right? I'm not gonna lose any sleep over those 2 losses. And then in November, we got knocked out by Wrexham. But if you look further down on just league, we was unbeaten. A great victory there. I was going to show highlights for that, but it was between Wrexham and Dagenham Redbridge. I chose Wrexham because it's more high profile. It's a loss. I don't like showing losses, but hey ho, it is what it is. And yeah, I was going through a bit of a period here where I was going, do I need to start changing it up? My team was getting tired. Yeah, it was just a little bit annoying. And I think I brought in 1 more player, maybe. We'll have a look in transfers in a sec, if there was any more away from our summer signings. And then for the month of December, always going to be a big month. We lost 2 games, 1 at home and 1 away. Big loss there, 4-1 against Bromley. Team just didn't show up. But we did get victory against Afflicum in the FA Trophy 3rd round, then played them at home again. We bloody lost. But then again, did I change players? Not that much, a little bit, but again, need to rest players. Our last 4 games we're unbeaten in 4, drew 2 and won 2. So what does that mean for the league table? That means we are 4th. We are in playoffs. There was a stage that we was fighting, maybe could get to the top up here. Like, we did get to top at one stage, but then it's just slowly failed off. My squad's not good enough, and that's something I need to improve in next season. Are we ready to get promoted to League 2? I think we'll struggle for where the team is at the moment. I need the squad to perform in here to then go up. I don't know. I think we're too weak yet, and I'm surprised that we even playoffs here. Remember last season, we were 10 points away from Southend at this stage, and we won the league. Could it happen again? Could it? Nah, I'm dreaming. It'd be amazing if we did it again, but that would be a dream, especially if that's Solihull Moors, who's the team we lost to, has lost 1 game. And that was against Chesterfield, who are 3rd. So we lost against Bromley, who are 10th. We can never say their names. Attricum are 7th. Chesterfield are 3rd. Hartlepool, that was a bad loss, that was. Who are 18th. And then Solihull Moor. So for teams, majority of teams that we've lost been up top. And we've had 2 home losses as well. That Attricum, playing them at FA Trophy, that we won 3-1 then lose to 2-1. Oh, it's just inconsistent. Just jumping back to transfers, and you know what? I showed you transfers for summer, but didn't show you actually that we did sign Alfie Perry, who is in May. I don't think, did we have him at the end of last season? I can't remember, but anyway, I signed him on a free. He was available, and he's doing all right for us. And then after the transfer windows, we have signed Miller Matthews Lewis, who's another striker, and he is doing a little bit better than Adu Poko, actually probably around the same, because remember he had 5 goals to around 15-17 caps, and probably performing around the same. I don't know if my strikers are good enough. I feel like I've got better 2 strikers than I did last season. Am I just going to have to rely on the transfer market in January again to try and find an experienced striker? Maybe. And then we brought in Miles Kenlock. You would have heard his name in one of the highlights, or a couple of the highlights. He is a left back, experienced left back, 29 years of age. Because my team's very young, these are the type of players that I want to kind of bring in right now. So I'll be looking more of this, bit more older players to go with our youngsters. Very experienced. Look at that, League 2, loads of League 2, even Championship. If you're an Ipswich fan, you will know about Miles Kenlock. Maybe a bit part player, bit more in League 1. And then, did you guys just not like him? That was just not good enough? I don't know. Looking at his stats, I mean, they're alright. I mean, I've brought him in just as a squad backup player, because I just need to get better rotational to just give me a better chance to win these games where my best players need a rest. And then to finish off the video, we will just quickly look at, this is really annoying that I have to always auto-size my columns. Sports Interactive, sort it out, because you had to do that in the last Football Manager. I don't know about for others, but don't recall doing them so much, but definitely in this one, even when I'm selecting the team in tactics screen, oh my god, for the amount of times auto-sort, unless you use default, the default sticks, whereas if you create your own, it just doesn't, unless someone knows how you can get it to stick, and you'd have to bloody keep on doing it. It's probably like saying stick, do not move, or something like that, I don't know. So let's sort by average. Let's just go through the top players so far this season. So Kenlock's played 1 and 1 sub, and he's top of the rankings for us. But if we look down at players who have played this season, majority for us, we've got Chadwick, 7.07, 6 goals, 8 assists. Remy Dstottin, he's got 5 goals, 7 assists, and he's playing a 7.05. He's on form at the moment, 7.16. Hines, he's gone off form, 6.64, but overall he's playing a 7.05. He scored 11 goals. He is our top goal scorer at the moment. Maybe I will put him back as a striker, because our strikers are just not doing the job. Then we've got Mackenzie. He's been quite a good little find actually, Mackenzie. He was a bit part player last season, but he's really come through, and at the end of last season I think he got better. He's playing 7.03, dropped off a bit of form, 6.82, but that's fine, it's high 6s, so I can live with that, especially harder division. And then Jordan Richards, a fantastic player. He's playing a 7.02, Mr. Reliable with Oliver Hammond. Hammond's dropped off a little bit there, 6.98, but hey, it is what it is. He's still Mr. Reliable for me. And then we got Oscar Varney. He's now starting to come into my first team, and King's been dropped. I mean, King's down there in average rating, and form's pretty poor, whereas Varney, he's in form and doing okay overall. Reggie Young, he's got 10 assists. He's our highest assist maker, and 7 goals to his name, doing really well. Well, that's where we're at the moment. We've got the rest of the season to go. Can we get into playoffs? Can we win for league? Who knows? You know what you need to do if you want to continue watching this content. Subscribe to my channel, and if you like what I'm doing and want to support the channel, then hit that like button, and I'll catch you on for the next one.